Okay. Well, thank you for the gun, pigs. And yes, we did get a point to spend on skill. Actually, how much time have I got left on my thoughts? Because I might want to redo those thoughts again. An hour and 16 minutes. Oh, that's quite long. Kim is happier for the least about it. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I did have a lot of speed in Prolodon, so I wasn't necessarily going to be able to use it all anyway. But it was just the, the principle of having the stuff being taken away from you. Alright. Sure, let's go and try the interfacing check again. Alright, so again, is it interfacing? It should be, right?
Good morning, comrade! Yeah!
7. Okay. So, again, check our clothes, but I think we said that everything interfacing is fine, because the gloves give +2 and that only gives 1. And else interfacing related, right? Yep, not that. Oh, the cap. +1 authority, member of an organization. The cap is sturdy and comfortable and seems to retain its form very well. It fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewriter ink. It feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it too is yours, though how the pigs got it is a mystery. It's a decent hat. Actually, is it a decent hat? No, I don't actually like it that much, considering. I'd rather have the Dick Mullen hat on. It fits the outfit better. There we go. And yes, let's put that point into interfacing. Okay. 8. Egghead.
Good morning, comrade! Yeah!
Ooh, still only even. I thought it was going to be higher. Okay. Well, let's try it again.
Here's an idea. Say what you said before. The exact same thing. Or wait. Say something that's only marginally different. It will yield a drastically different outcome.
No, the point is I don't want to say something drastically different. I just want to try the check again. I don't know the technical term, but it needs less bzz, bzz.
Yeah! Pump off the bazoot bazoot!
It's hard to say for sure, but the digital throbbing seems ever so slightly louder than before.
Alright, it's going to take us a while to get enough XP to do interfacing again. Oh, I just realized I should have used the Saint Baptiste peptide speed to make the motor be a bit higher, but oh well. The next point we get to put into interfacing, we will do it with the speed bottle. Okay, so let's check our task. Hardie and the pigs. So, Hardie and the pigs ask Titus Hardie and his boys to take care of the pigs. The woman catatonic on the boardwalk. It's their district, their mess, their responsibility. Okay, well, sure. Whoa, Kim, where are you going? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll head over back to the Whirlinging Rags, see if the Hardie boys are still there. They should be, because it isn't past 11 yet. So then, after that, we'll come back over here. I guess we'll kind of have to say to Kim to go away, and then we'll be able to investigate the shack on our own and do the suggestion check with Lillian without Kim hanging around. I wonder if I can talk to the station and say, hey, by the way, I got my gun back. And they're like, you lost your gun? Are they still here? They are, okay. Titus.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
Yes, it's literally what you said you do.
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God, poor lady. Don't worry, we'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
She had my gun. Nope, she didn't have anything on mine. Didn't I already say I lost my gun to these guys? I think they already knew, right? I'm pretty sure they knew. Let's say it.
You're fucking with me. Your gun. She had your fucking gun?
You did?
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear. The pigs lost his gun to the pigs.
I'm not surprised that did morale damage.
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions.
He waves in circles, still searching for words. So, that's complete Hardie and the pigs. What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne Amigo LaPlante. Marianne LaPlante. That's like a... That's just like taking the piss a bit. You know, being too literal with it. Marianne LaPlante.
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she?
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends, ever think of that? More like who wouldn't? Cool uniforms, fast machines, packing heat, sign me up. Law enforcement is a respectable occupation, sir. I can't but help feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry. Someone who wants to set the world right before it ends. So this is Apocalypse. This is Superstar. This is Sorry Cop. This is Boring Cop. Sure, we'll go with the Superstar option.
You are already signed up, Cerdo. This guy is seriously damaged.
Nah, don't worry about it, Al. The cops want to dress up and play policeman. Let them. We'll keep doing the real work.
Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Alright, gonna take off. Okay. What else? What else? Who's this? Oh, I can't interact with this person. Okay. I was like, there's new people in here. But then, yeah, there's nothing to do here. So yes, I cannot interact with the karaoke stand, so I can't do anything with that. And does the smoke have anything new? I doubt it.
Hi again, gendarme.
Oh,
Bye-bye,
okay.
gendarme.
Bye again. Bye again. Okay. So, let's see. Task list, task list, task list. Ask about Ruby. Ask Passier. Make the jam. Help Egghead with the beat. It might take a while. Oh, I thought I needed to pass the interfacing check. Interesting. I can return to the communist group for discussion and get the hangman boots, stuff like that. So, I think I should probably send Kim away now while it's still prior to 11 o'clock, because then that means that I can do the sneaking around the check and talk to Classier without Kim being around. Okay, now we can send Kim away from.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Enter the shack. Alright, so we can investigate the shack, but I'm going to go to Classier first. And before I forget, let's go ahead and put on all of our clothes. That helps with suggestion. So, not the shirt. So, the naval coat. What else for suggestion? Not anything. For anything for suggestion. Empire, no. Authority, for that takes us away. Authority, and just check the stuff we've got on already. Volition, Alright, so we've got +1 to suggestion just for wearing a different coat. That means that Lillian check will be low.
Oh, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
Oh, even.
The wind is turning southeast.
Yeah. Alright, we'll be seeing you. Again, I want to do Classier first, then do Lillian. Because we need to be in this area anyway, right? If only just to go to sleep and investigate the shack. But, yeah.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
I found your buoy. It was empty, just seawater.
Oh.
Did you take the documents?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Perhaps the people who are after you took it. I'll file this under a theft of some. Well, the thing is that if the people who are after Classier took it, surely they would have already used it and you would know about it by now. Maybe they took it?
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
No, the rope was cut. That's what we found. Alright, why do I feel like you won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
Well, this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions. Oh, you're right. Well, let's go with volition. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
He looks around.
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for then? This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect. Something seems off with this theory I've developed about Ruby. The dried flowers on the roof, could Ruby have left them? These don't fit with anything. That's it. What are you contained for?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
The dried flowers on the roof, could Ruby have left them?
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
Turned out well enough for you?
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me, then? What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
Something seems off about the Ruby theory.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
That's it then, I guess.
She nods, slowly, carefully even.
Let's get back to those lies you told.
Lies? I...
She repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Yeah, nothing else. Let's change the subject.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you were a police officer.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Yes, before I emerged like Paleolithic megafauna. It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium. Before you was the only room, the sound of the motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness. Did you hear something Sunday night from my room? Yes, before I emerged like Paleolithic megafauna.
Wow. That's some creation myth stuff right there.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
Mention loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you.
Oh, that? Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
No, I have got no context encyclopedia. Tell me.
Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
Yeah, we go on alright. It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? Maybe we should stop going on. Doesn't the going on cause the getting harder part? Yeah, we go on alright.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing? Was I singing this? Show her the tape of the smallest church in St. Sains. I've heard enough. Show her the tape.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry. When you say wounded, you mean like in a cool way, like a beast? Then what happened? I've heard enough. Like in a cool way?
Yes, it was very cool.
Yeah, validation from Classier.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do? You're making this up. I would never behave like this. Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
She takes a sip of her coffee and smiles. The thing is that we know the room window was broken, but our thoughts on the very first day told us that it wasn't us.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. I've heard enough. Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
She feeds herself another cigarette. So task complete. Ask Classier about Sunday night. 10 XP. Alright, let's return to this later. That's that done. And next, well, the thing to do next is to go back to Lillian, try the suggestion check, See if we can get that date, and then investigate the shack. Alright, Lillian! Hello.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Suggestion, heroic 15, she needs to go on a date with another drunk badly. Our suggestion is 7, so this is an even chance of 42%.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman. I want to be close to you, and there's but one way to intimacy. Since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched over the reprocreation of our species. Lay with me, let's celebrate the Ghul. Alcohol makes closeness possible, let's connect. I want to be close to you, but there's one way to intimacy. Alcohol makes closeness possible, let's connect. I want to be... Let's connect.
Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you.
There's confusion in her eyes. Get hammered with me on a date, drunk date. It'll be nice, I promise.
That's a good impression. You really cracked me up, officer. Now, how can I help you?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to use the speed. Oh well. Hopefully we will get enough XP to get some more skill points and retry these white checks.
It's getting late.
Enter the shack. Alright, so this is new.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Search for the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
Is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A single bullet. Item gained 9mm bullet.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
This bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon.
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
With a single bullet? Does she even have a gun? So does this count as an item? An interact? Yeah, it doesn't show up. Strangely enough. Good. Oh well. Yeah, I'm just looking through my items that I can potentially sell for stuff, but yeah, so I've got the fractured bullet, but I don't seem to be able to interact with the new bullet that we just picked up. Okay, I guess we just have to confront the washerwoman with it.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
I'm guessing you didn't put it there. Ruby did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
What's this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl...
You said she left on Monday? Is the room exactly as she left it? What is she like, Ruby? Why do you think she left the bullet there? I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. Do you ever witness that kind of behavior? Did she have any technical equipment, like with the radio stuff? Where did she go? She left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Did she talk to you much this time?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back towards her shack, thinking. I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues.
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand, water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
I am.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Further up the coast we go, then. You're right, this place is huge. She's a needle in a haystack. Wipe your brow. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. Are you sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet? I mean, I kinda was hoping she'd be hiding in the village.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice, cozy fire going in the heater.
Well, we do know there is a locked door in the north, which I think was a red check as well.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Okay, I'm off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around, the air is getting colder.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
I don't know about that. Alright, well, we'll go inside the shack. And we'll have
late, and
a review of the tasks that we have.